I truly look like a can of biscuits. Okay, nothing is working. This doesn't work for me, so I'm just gonna quit. Because the one thing about it, numbers don't lie. Health is wealth, child. Disclaimer, I am not a professional. I am not a nutritionist. I am not a trainer. I don't have any kind of background in biology or the human body. Hey good people, welcome back to the channel. My name is Salome. If you are new, welcome, and if you are returning, so glad to have you back. All right, today's video is gonna be just a little bit different from what I usually do. Okay, so we're gonna talk about my DEXA scan. All right, and we're gonna jump straight into it. I don't want to waste too much time and put too much fluff in it. I'm coming with the real talk about it, why I did it, and I'm also going to share results with you guys as well so that you can see those numbers. So let's get into it. So what is a DEXA scan? A DEXA scan is basically a look into your body in a much deeper way than the actual scale could ever do for you. You know, you get on the scale sometimes and then your weight is going up, and it may not even, in most of the time it's not fat. Most of the time it's water. Most of the time it's inflammation. A lot of, our bodies, especially as women, we're going through so many things, especially when that time of the month hits, or if you're on a certain medication for your hormones might be out of whack. Like, there's just so many different things. So I just feel like as a woman, this will be a better option for me. This is a full body scan. It measures body composition. It measures your body fat percentage, your muscle mass, bone density, visceral fat, which was extremely important to me as well. And you can actually see the numbers and compare them to each other. Why did I get a DEXA scan? I got so tired of guessing and wondering if what I was doing was actually working. I got so sick and tired of putting all this work in, putting weeks in the gym in, eating certain, tailoring my diet to be what I feel like it should be, and then getting on the scale and either not moving for weeks at a time or either gaining weight. And I'm like, okay, now I'm confused because I don't really understand what is going on here. I'm so confused, and it just makes me want to give up. It makes me be like, okay, nothing is working. This doesn't work for me, so I'm just gonna quit. What we have to be aware of is that everybody's body is so different, and it took me so long to really understand that concept, that everybody's body is different. Everybody's body functions differently. Your body functions differently based off, whatever health things you might have going on, whether you have an autoimmune disease, whether have high blood pressure, whether you are diabetic. Like, there's so many, whether you have a thyroid problem, like there's so many different that contribute to weight loss. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna go get a DEXA scan, because if I get a DEXA scan, that is going to show me exactly what is going on in my body. But also, are you ready for these results though? Because the one thing about it, numbers don't lie. And these numbers are about to give you the absolute truth of what is really going on in your body and what you need to actually work on. So now that I'm like super, 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 super serious, and ain't a devil in hell can stop me at this point when it comes to my weight loss journey, I also wanted to look at my muscle. I wanted to know how much muscle I was actually building or retaining, if any at all. I was in the gym 24/7, 24 freaking 7. So lifting weights, being in the gym was not new to me. But I was also on like a 10-year bulk as well. I was also like on a 10-year bulk because eventually I learned. Y'all, I love potatoes. I love bread. But those two things and ice cream, like we go real bad together. I want to make sure that I'm actually building the body as I lose the fat that I really want to see in the next few years. So this also is helping me learn whether or not my workouts are working for me, whether or not I need to push myself a little bit more, when it comes whether I need to lift a little bit more, so that's helping me monitor that as well. Health is wealth, child. And so I just wanted to take my health much more seriously. And so I said, If you can spend hundreds of dollars on Uber Eats a week, not a month, but a week, if you can do all this shopping you're doing, all this money you putting into it, you can go pay that money to get a DEXA scan. And DEXA scans are not cheap. So I just want to put that disclaimer out there. They are not cheap. I've been trying to compare people prices. I got my DEXA scan done here in Alabama. And so I knew it would be cheaper to get it done there than to get it done in New York. I knew that would be absolutely outrageous. And I also just went ahead and bought a pack. You know, it was cheaper to do it that way as well. When I saw my results, I was like, I was surprised, but then I was also like, we got to do better. So, which brings me to my results. Let's get into it. So, I have my tablets. I'm going to be looking at my tablet, y'all, because I can't memorize all of this. It's just like, it's so much information. And I'm going to put it on the screen for y'all as well, just so you can see and so that you also know that I'm being honest with you, okay? I always want to be really, really honest because I understand that there are a lot of people who watch me who are going through the journey as well. So I just want you to know you're not by yourself. I'm right there with you as well. And we working through this thing, okay? Overall, my body fat percentage was 47.8%. So in my mind, I'm just like, my body is 50% fat. Just overall. 50% fat. Okay. And I said, okay. This is the thing. Most of my results did not really surprise me. Like, I knew that I was very obese, and I'm probably still in that category now, but I knew that if I saw the numbers, it would just put things more in perspective for me of what I really needed to do and get serious about. Especially with me in my 30s now. I'm in my early 30s. I just turned 32. So, you know, and I haven't even, I'm not married and I have not had children yet. And those are two things that I do desire. So I need to get my body, I want to get my body very, very healthy so that when I do come to that time in my life where it's time to have children and stuff like that, I'm not worried about my health as well. You know, like I want to make sure that I've done everything I needed to do to prepare my temple to be able to carry another person. Okay. Now let's talk about my total body weight. So here you'll see my total body weight was 241. My height is 61 inches, so y'all, I'm really short, just so you know. Now I will say I was kind of surprised about my weight here because when I first started in January, so these results are March, so let's make that clear. I got this DEXA scan done in March. It is now June 3rd. So I'm just now getting to the point where I'm able to share all of this with y'all and able to put this together. But when I started in January, I was 255. Yeah, that scared the absolute heck out of me. I ain't never been that big in my life. Never in my life had I ever been that big. But I said, oh, wait, you need to get serious. You need to get serious. I'm like, that's why you can't fit nothing. You need to take care of whatever you got going on so that we can get this body together. Okay. But so when I started 241, I was like, okay, we making progress. So what I'm doing right now is working. It's working. Left arm, which I thought was really interesting as well. So my left arm, 7.4 pounds fat, lean 4.1 pounds. Right arm, 8.1 pounds fat, 5.1 pounds lean. I thought it was very interesting that the left arm and the right arm, and especially like with me being right arm dominant, I just thought it was weird that that was the arm that had the most fat on it. It didn't make no sense to me whatsoever, but okay, cool. Okay, we know now. My waist, 10.8 pounds of fat, 10.3 pounds lean. My hips, 18.0 fat, 21.5 pounds lean. Left leg, 16.6 pounds fat, 18.6 pounds lean. And then right leg, 17.0 pounds fat, 18.5 pounds lean. So my total fat mass is 112.6 pounds. And then my total lean tissue mass is 116.7 pounds. Now, I want to tell y'all one thing that really confused me because I really had to study this thing because, like I said, I'm not a professional in this. I'm learning. I'm learning as I go, right? And so what really confused me was what was the difference between fat and what was the difference between lean? Because it didn't say muscle. So I'm like, you're not saying muscle, so what exactly is mean? You didn't say muscle, so I had to look it up. So I looked it up. So it reads that lean mass equals everything that is not fat and not bone. This includes muscle, organs, water, connective tissue. So I'm glad I looked at this because I would have just assumed that lean meant that's how much muscle I had. I was very sad about this because I'm like, I go to the gym so much, and you telling me that I barely. This is why they say you cannot outrun a bad diet. You cannot. Like, just because Chick-fil-A fits in your calories for today, that doesn't mean that that's the best choice for you to make. Because somebody like me, I am very sensitive. I also have an autoimmune disease, right? So when I eat dairy all the time, consistently, when I eat processed foods, my body inflames. Like, I can do it like once or twice a month and I'll be fine. But if I do it even like every single week, and that just goes to show you like how bad it is because I was doing this to my body all of the time, right? So my body's like, you have to stop this. Like, you have to stop this. So what this taught me is that this is what made me go and actually create a plan for gaining muscle. And my, like, instead of just going in and trying to just wing it, I was like, oh, no, 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 I need a plan. This was all very eye-opening to me. So yeah, I was definitely in the severe, and probably still am. We're gonna see though, because I am gonna get another test really, really soon. But I in March I was definitely in severe obesity category, which is not good whatsoever. I would go to the doctor all the time and just pray that they didn't say I was diabetic, because diabetes runs in my family, so I already know it's there, right? So, and if I'm not doing nothing to counteract it, then 1 + 1 = what? Diabetes. Yeah. This is another thing I wanted to show y'all, which I thought was so interesting. And I sometimes, well, not sometimes, well, yeah, I sometimes deal with body dysmorphia, right? Especially somebody who's in a weight loss journey. Who doesn't, right? On the site, they gave me my body shape. They gave me my body shape so I could see what my body actually looked like. And I just want to say that all their body dysmorphia vanished because it was clear. It was clear. I didn't have to be dysmorphia anymore because it was it was clear. I said, I truly look like a can of biscuits. Like, at some point, you have to start taking accountability. At some point. At some point, you have to say to yourself, you know what? This is enough. At some point, you got to say, I can't keep eating these French fries. At some point, you got to say, I cannot order another milkshake from Shake Shack, cookies and cream. Like, at some point, yo, when I saw this picture, I said, the gym will see me 6 days a week. But also that don't mean nothing if the diet ain't together. So the drive-through is about to see me less. Hmm. The bakery is about to see me less. Now I'm not saying you ain't gonna ever see me, because you gonna see me at some point. Let's be real. We 200 some pounds. Like, I'm not gonna, deprive myself of that. But learning how to do it in moderation. And for me, moderation is more like once a month. Hmm. And we'll get more into that, like what I've been doing. We're gonna do that in another video. I don't want to go too much into that. But so, what am I changing after seeing those results? After I saw those results, I knew that something had to change. And I know that the only person that could do was going to be me. I had to be the one to, one, take accountability, and to, one, figure out how to get what it is that I want. You have to want, you can't expect anybody to want anything for you more than you want it for yourself. And I'm always consuming fitness content, health content. I love watching people work out in the gym. I love people looking at people's results. I love seeing people hit milestones, but I wasn't hitting one. And I did not like that at all. I did not like that. I wanted to hit a milestone as well. So the things that I'm changing the diet, all this processed food and just junk food. I'm switching my diet up to being more whole foods. Now, I'm not saying that I never go out to eat. I'm not saying that I never eat French fries. I'm not saying I don't eat fried chicken. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is I do it less. Where I was doing it almost 6 days a week. Yeah, because that's what got me these results that I got. Eating that crap every single day. So changing my habits, getting back into the gym, focusing on weightlifting, focusing more on protein as well, focusing more so on fiber, and also focusing on water. When I focus on those three things, I really don't have enough time in my day to worry about any chip, any cookie, or anything like that, because I'm too busy trying to hit my goals when it comes to that. So gym, food, mindset, understanding I have to be consistent. I gotta be disciplined. Like, it's a non-negotiable for me to hit these goals that I want to hit. It has to happen. And these DEXA scans they too expensive. They too expensive for me not to see some kind of results. So I'm excited to see what's gonna happen in a couple months. Now, as I told you in the beginning, yes, a DEXA scan is very expensive. Let me see if I can find for y'all how much I paid for my scan. Okay, I found my receipt. Excuse me, y'all. My voice is doing whatever it's doing. Um, I paid $820 for my DEXA scan. Now, this is not just for one DEXA scan. I ain't got that kind of money now, okay? No. This is for 4 DEXA scans. So that's about $205. What I say, 820? 820 divided by 4. 205. So I paid about $205 for each DEXA scan. It was just so much cheaper for me to buy the pack, especially being that I'm on a journey right now. I'm like, let me just go and get a pack because I want to keep looking at my progress. It don't make sense to just get one if this is going to be my method of tracking, right? So I thought that was a pretty good price. I mean, I just went and bought a Coach purse the other day for $220. So why can't I pay $205 to check on my health and make sure that I live a long time? So that's how I see it. Many may not agree, but that's how I see it for me. When you really sit down and do numbers for real and realize where you're actually wasting money, you realize that there are other places that you could have actually put that money to help benefit you and push you along the way. So it was a good investment for me. Just the amount of information that you get that you cannot get at a doctor's office. I won't get into that. But I mean, I received more information, and it's so much information, y'all. It's a lot. I just shared with y'all. I just hit like the quick points, the stuff that I know that we all usually are looking at and looking for. But it's so much. Really shows the bigger picture. Do I feel like it was worth it? For me, yes, it was absolutely worth it. And now I don't have to guess. I don't have to guess anymore. So now I don't really get on the scale anymore. Every now and then I get on the scale like once a month maybe, but I don't get on the scale no more. I take pictures because the pictures really tell me what I'm actually doing. I'm gonna get through June, and in July I'll go back and get another scan, and I will share with y'all what my results are. If this DEXA scan didn't do anything else, it helped me mentally more than anything. And we all know that with our weight loss journeys, the mental is the biggest struggle. That is the biggest struggle. The food noise, the I'm never gonna get there, the oh, I got too far to go, the oh, I'm tired today, or I don't feel like cooking today. It's the noise, or the scale didn't do what I thought it was supposed to do. Like, that's the biggest thing. And so, what this DEXA scan did for me, it quieted all the noise, whether it was factual noise or whether it was noise that I was making up and putting in my own head, or just noise from social media, right? It helped quiet all of that. And it also gave me a sense of confidence. Now I know where I am. Now I know what I look like. And now I know what I need to be working on. With that being said, this is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much. If you got this far into the video, I hope I was able to be helpful and share something with you. If you have any questions, please put them below. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for your support and us growing over here. I really appreciate y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.